Talking about a very busy last 3 weeks where we've gotten close to 40 different makes and models in here at the dealership. So be sure to check the description down below where you'll find the link to our website taking you back to view all the different makes and models that we carry. But today we're going to be viewing something rather interesting. And I'm not sure if I should be calling this thing a 1, a 2, or possibly even a 3-bedroom RV. But I'll let you guys decide upon that. If you're new here, we welcome you to the channel. Continue to show your support by leaving your feedback in the comments section down below. And let's get started. But if you're looking for something that sleeps 7, possibly even 8 individuals, and you're not really wanting to sacrifice the living room space, this new 2022 Grand Lodge by Forest River, model number 42 FLDL, is certainly one you should consider if you're okay with maybe having to leave it in place for an extended period of time, because the destination style travel trailers are not going to be the easiest to tow. And we are going to start on the inside first and go over a lot of its features due to the fact there's really not that much to go over on the outside. Grand Lodge is going to provide you with a ceiling height over 8'6", 7-foot tall slide boxes over here, so you're never going to have to worry about ever hitting your head. Lots of sitting, lots of sleeping, even with a trifold sleeper sofa found on the front. And I will let this out closer towards the end to give you an idea on just how much walk around room you'll possibly have. But coming around, here's a sneak peek of one of the 2 loft areas, just to give you a sneak peek of what to expect. But we're going to start on the kitchen area first. And let's talk about the kitchen layout all the way around. Kitchen island in the middle, and I love the accent lights, and you also have some over the slide as well. But the way the kitchen flows from the fridge to your cooktop, lots of counter space, even over in the counter here in the center island, excuse me. I call this area here a coffee prep station, a good place maybe to put a crock pot or a coffee pot. And that is all the controls for your slide operations, tank monitoring stations, and one of those 2 air conditioners. But lots and lots of kitchen cabinets. Your countertops, let me talk about this. These countertops are what I call a pressed membrane countertop. It is a hard heated plastic that is molded around this material. It keeps it from swelling if it was to ever make contact with any of the water. Your kitchen sink is a stainless steel 50-50 split, and this is just a drying rack to place on the top for all of your dishes. Some additional cabinetry found in the kitchen island. But the accent lights are one of my favorite. I like having the different models, having the different accent lights. It's something I like to do around our house alone. This is going to be your pantry. Glass accent is kind of white in color. And again, 7-foot tall slide box height. Lots of storage space. Cabinetry over here as well. Your microwave is not going to be a convection. Whirlpool brand, all stainless steel appliances. Your cooktop, 3 burners on the top. And I love the separation because it gives you the bigger oven when they do this. You certainly have room for a bigger casserole dish or maybe even a smaller turkey. Your refrigerator is an all-electric, so residential style. Freezer on the bottom, fridge on the top. The water line is already hooked up, so you will have ice on the bottom freezer portion. Let's come around to some of your sitting. Dining room table, you notice the carpet. Lots of carpet inside of the Wildwood model. You do have additional storage on all of your dining room chairs. Your furniture is not leather, but it's not cloth. I don't know the proper word for that, so let me know down in the comments what this is really called. I call it more of a leather. It's like a fake leather. Additional storage. So your windows, let's talk windows right now. So 80% tint on all the windows in the coach, and they all have this gray type roller shade. They do a great job with the valance, keeping that additional sunlight from finding its way through. But no valance in the front windows, so lots and lots of windows. This is going to be a trifold sleeper sofa, and I'll pull this out closer towards the end so you'll get a better idea on how much sleeping room you'll have. I'm just gonna take a seat right now though, give you your view. What you'll be looking at if you were watching TV, but check it out. It does come with a television, but whenever this camper arrived here in Meridian, somebody decided that they needed it more than we did. Camper was broken into and the television was stolen. You do have some electric heat. You can turn the heat off though and just make this an accent light to assist your guests with walking around. Furrion sound bar. And I do believe it was right at a 50-inch television that was there. More cabinetry found over the television. So let's head back to the back. We're gonna go over the loft area first. Turning to the right before I go too far though. Central vac, and this is the new little place where you can just sweep it in, but you also have connections for a hose to reach all the way throughout the camper. But coming up your stairs, you notice you got two different levels. This is the bigger of the two lofts. This is the vent for your furnace, sending a lot of that heat coming up to the top. So an absolutely enormous loft bed area. There's a 42 by 74 bunk mattresses. You do have television connections found over here, but right now we're going to focus over here. All of your stuff whenever you're in bed, and I'm going to do my best to get in here. USB connections, power connections, so a good place maybe for your iPad, your cell phones. Air conditioner. It's not very loud. I know GoPro does not provide you with the best of sound quality, but I hope it gives you somewhat of a good idea. These are breeze windows, so you would possibly have one of the best views if you were backed over a lake. There's your television connections. This is your storage for your guests, and they have included the hanging rods on the top, so it keeps everything nicely organized. But right now, so this is 36 inches over here. Let's head over here, where you're now going to be looking at a 30-inch loft. So would you possibly call this a separate bedroom? Maybe a 1, 2, or even a 3-bedroom style RV. I gave you a sneak peek of this room. You do have a USB and 110 outlet there. Notice your ventilation. And this room also has television connections found on that wall. But just to be honest, if you were to have this many TVs in a coach, the heat from that television would make it probably unbearable. Let's come back to your master. Notice the step down. That's from that drop frame construction. There's your ceiling. I should have pointed that out too. Let me just back up and do that again. So this is going to be a custom king size bed. Dimensions of a 66 by 80. Lots of changing room. Possibly 3 feet of changing room here. You do have the gray roller shade. Mocking these windows. Lots of windows on the Heritage Glen. Excuse me, the Wildwood model. I'm a little tongue twisted at the moment. Coming around, splendid washer and dryer. Additional closet space. There's your hanger. These are your pull-outs. Foot of the bed, you got more additional pull-outs. Television connections there, so I'm guessing they're wanting you to maybe set your television on the counter. So just be mindful of that when you get ready to change locations. Let's take a look at your bathroom. Ceiling height in the bathroom shower. So once you have stepped into it, that is a flush mounted pan. You're still going to be right at 6'5". With this having that residential water heater, it has a switch just to turn it on because you don't want to have power go into that residential water heater without water being in it. Porcelain foot flush toilet. Some additional storage. No medicine cabinet provided because you had all that additional linen closet found over here. Let's take a look at the MSRP sheet, and then we're going to let out the sleeper sofa here. MSRP on the model at date and time of making the video, so this is right after the 4th of July, $94,344.25. But again, you can check back on our website for all pricing and availability. The link is found in the description. We're going to go ahead and open this up now. So I'm going ahead and open up that trifold sleeper sofa for you, showing you that you definitely have sleeping room for possibly 2 larger adults. A lot of times these things are about the size of a full-size bed, but this one's the larger of the 2, possibly the size of a queen size bed. So tell me down below, what do you think of this particular model? Would you call it a 1, 2, or possibly even a 3? We're going to go ahead and go outside and go over some of its features. But coming at you 41 feet, 7 inches of total length. Camper's going to be 102 inches wide, 13 feet, 4 inches to the highest point, and it is on the heavier side, 12,893 pounds, unloaded without all of your stuff in it. 14,000 pounds gross vehicle weight rating. And up here on the front, you've got a hitch weight of 1,720. You do have both of the 20-pound propane bottles, which is going to be focused around your cooking and a lot of your heating. Around here on the front though, excuse me, on the side, this is going to be your water heater. And a lot of the camper RVs that you normally see will have a gas or electric. This one's strictly going to be focused around the electric portion. 20-gallon residential style, and down here you're going to have all of your sewer connections. You're going to have multiple different hookups throughout. So you got several back here in the back, one up in the front. This is going to be for the kitchen. That's a gray handle located on that one. You've got gray and black here. That's going to be the freshwater dumping station, and that's hooked directly to that washer and dryer that you saw. So 40 gallons on the gray, your fresh, and your black tank right over here is 80 gallons on that one. That's your city water connection, freshwater holding tank. That's where you'll be filling that there. Underneath that king size bed, the custom king, this is the pass-through storage, so that bed will lift up. So you do have some access to that storage compartment from the outside. Not much to really talk about on the outside of the coach again, but I hope you like what you see. Leave us some comments telling us what you think. Leaving us thumbs up, they always do help us. The least we could ask for is just a couple of those. Tell us your thoughts, like and subscribe. Come see us.